But it ain't gonna work, Floyd.
Devin said that he was going to, he could have stopped Regis.
He should have showed the sparring video of him and Devin. Yeah.
What?
Now, why he's showing all this sparring video? Yeah, show the sparring. And it was 6-0. It wasn't close. It was like Floyd was looking in the mirror when I told him.
Devin Haney has revealed the true reason behind the Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis beef. Notably, it was Floyd who teamed up with Ryan Garcia to leak the sparring footage of Devin and Tank. The video showcased Haney facing considerable pressure during the match against Davis, leading to an intervention by Adrian Broner, who temporarily paused the session. Witnessing the intense sparring, Stevenson subsequently offered his insights. He wrote, "Never in my life have I taken a beating like that by any fighter, good lord." Stevenson took a jab at Haney, but Davis wasn't about to let him dodge the issue. In a now-deleted tweet, Davis promptly replied, "You know what's up too." Haney claimed that the sparring footage had been extensively edited to cast him in a negative light. Meanwhile, some boxing experts think that Gervonta and Shakur possess the potential for a quintessential all-American showdown between undefeated fighters in one of boxing's premier divisions. Devin Haney's decision to step up to 140 pounds and vacate his 4 lightweight titles created a beneficial scenario for both competitors. As a result, Davis advanced from WBA regular champion to full champion status, while Stevenson capitalized on the chance to compete for and successfully secure the vacant WBC title against Edwin de los Santos. Fans are excited about the prospect of a Tank versus Shakur showdown. However, James Toney, a Hall of Fame inductee and 3-division world champion, advised Shakur to think twice before taking that step. Toney said, "Shakur Stevenson's a good fighter, but Shakur Stevenson ain't ready for that. Everybody you so-called experts, y'all don't know shit about boxing. Shakur's a young fighter. Let him develop, and then when it's time, you make a move. But now, Tank got that momentum. It's bad for Shakur. He'll ruin his whole career like Crawford did to Errol Spence Jr. For now, it seems Stevenson won't be participating in the high-profile match, as Vasily Lomachenko is set to begin negotiations with Davis. Both fighters have assured fans that a bout will occur eventually if they keep winning and stay in the same weight class. Nevertheless, Timothy Bradley believes that Tank's recent win could lead to an exciting showdown with Shakur Stevenson, potentially adding an unexpected element to Davis's pursuit of unified titles. In an interview with Essentially Sports, Timothy Bradley predicted that Shakur Stevenson could potentially break Gervonta Davis's winning streak, highlighting Stevenson's remarkable boxing skills as the key factor. He said, "Shakur doesn't need any wisdom from me. He knows what to do. Whether he's with Top Rank or not, Shakur is that guy. He doesn't need me to tell him what to do." Bradley argues that Davis's 14-month absence could be crucial in a future fight, shifting the odds in Stevenson's favor for a successful result. He added, "Stevenson knows he has that fight in him, that he's cut from a different cloth. He keeps bringing that intensity. He beats Tank. He surpasses him very easily, without any problem." Boxing enthusiasts are eagerly anticipating the outcome of Stevenson's upcoming fight, with the prospect of a Davis versus Stevenson bout becoming increasingly likely. Such a potential matchup promises a thrilling encounter between two of the sport's top talents, each bringing unique strengths and fighting styles to the ring. Regardless of whether Davis faces Stevenson or Lomachenko next, it will be a formidable challenge in his quest for title unification. Davis remains undefeated in his professional career, radiating confidence in his capacity to defeat any adversary. Additionally, it appears Davis has grown weary of the criticism he receives and the talk coming from Stevenson's camp. "A lot of built up and I'm going to take it out on him," Gervonta Davis stated at the kickoff press conference before his fight against Frank Martin. Initially sluggish and off his game, Davis quickly found his rhythm, unleashing powerful strikes on Martin. In the 8th round, Tank unleashed a crushing uppercut followed by a swift left cross, sending Martin crashing to the mat. This victory marks Davis's 28th knockout in 30 bouts, solidifying his dominance in the lightweight division. As the reigning WBA lightweight champion, Davis is aiming for unification by targeting potential matches with Shakur and Vasyl Lomachenko. He has previously shared his thoughts on facing one of these opponents. He said, "You know how it would go? Everybody in this room knows how it would go. I guess it would be good for the sport if we fight." Stevenson, known for his cautious and defensive fighting style, has recorded only 10 knockouts in 21 fights, a significantly lower figure compared to Davis's. This strategy may fail to appeal to fans, hoping to avoid another lackluster match like Stevenson's bout against Los Santos, potentially influencing Davis's decision on whether to agree to fight him.
If there's a gun to your head, when are we going to see the Shakur Tanks, the Shakur Devin, the Devin Tanks?
There's only one fight that is really
The one?
That, like, if we were like gonna be for real about it, like,
keep it on.
What's
like,
the fight?
my opinion, because we talking about like skill and like boxing, like all around boxing, right?
Yeah.
Because we ain't talking about somebody that just got a good jab or what.
Yeah.
We talking about like all around.
Do everything.
Yeah, boxing.
Yeah.
Me and Tank the biggest fight.
That's the one.
It's the biggest fight in the world.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be the biggest boxing fight in the world when it happens.
Y'all, what you think? Like 147, 140?
Nah, hell no.
You think
135?
35, 40, I don't know. I could see it happening not too far in the future.
Really?
Yeah, I think Tank will sign that contract.
Dang.
And I'm going to sign a contract too, so it's
Then
like,
you gonna get it on.
yeah.
Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran clashed 3 times during their careers, participating in fierce battles that epitomized one of boxing's most storied rivalries. Leonard, known for his agile footwork, opted to trade powerful shots with Duran instead of relying on his usual mobility. Their trilogy continues to be a timeless subject in boxing lore. Now, Shakur Stevenson seeks to reignite the spirit of the Duran versus Leonard rivalry in his highly anticipated bout against Gervonta Davis.
How Tank fights. Like, you see Tank, he's...
Nah, you gotta fight Shakur Stevenson, kid.
No. I will also, no.
Until you get me Shakur and Tank,
Listen,
I'm not
100%, but I think that's being built. I feel like it's
But that's the problem. You marinated and you don't get it when you don't want it. Now they talking about Tank and Lomachenko. I don't need Tank and Lomachenko. I needed it like 4 years ago.
Their showcased abilities and ring intelligence have firmly established them as key figures in the sport, prompting fans to eagerly await a potential showdown. Recently, coach Kenny Ellis, a member of Gervonta Davis's coaching team, emphasized the thrilling prospect of a bout between Tank and Shakur. Ellis suggested that a matchup between Shakur and Tank could effortlessly sell out any day of the week. After Smith's comment, Jeff Zimmerman from Fight Hype compared Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Davis to a modern echo of the legendary Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hearns rivalry, renowned for its epic clashes. Yet, Stevenson, a boxing aficionado, held a different view. He felt that a showdown between himself and Davis would draw closer parallels to the battles between Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard. "I think it's more like Duran versus Ray Leonard," answered Shakur Stevenson immediately. Zimmerman observed that Kenny Ellis, Davis's coach, voiced confidence in Gervonta's ability to defeat Shakur. In reply, Shakur Stevenson respectfully disagreed with Kenny Ellis. Gervonta Davis undeniably wields formidable power, effortlessly capable of knocking out opponents with precision when his punches land. His knockdowns appear almost effortless, highlighting his calculated and precise striking abilities. Davis distinguishes himself among fighters for his exceptional grasp of range and reach, qualities that coach Kenny Ellis unquestionably relies on. However, will this intimidate Shakur Stevenson? Absolutely not. Shakur Stevenson said, "I ain't really see what Ellis said, so I don't know, but he should pick his guy to win. Everybody should believe that they're gonna win, and that's very normal, but I'm 100% sure that I'm a win." So we'll see once the day lines up. The Baltimore team is currently in talks with Top Rank for the Lomachenko fight, according to Paulie Malina-G, a former world champion turned analyst for ProBox TV, underscoring ongoing issues in boxing. Malina-G said, "This is my issue here. When I wanted to see Davis and Lomachenko, I wanted to see Davis-Lomachenko. I don't need to see Davis and Lomachenko when it's too late already. Now I want to see Davis and Stevenson. And guess what? Nobody's talking about Stevenson. That's my issue. This is my problem with boxing." Malina-G kept praising Tank, but in the end he said that his prediction, a Stevenson victory, hasn't changed, even with the impressive performance. He said, "Davis looked terrific, man. I was very impressed with the performance, the way he was able to go and get that win. But come on, man. Shakur Stevenson is a different proposition than everybody else. The little problems you saw Frank giving Davis, it's times 10 when Shakur's there. I think Davis is also very qualified for the fight. Am I saying do I edge Shakur? I've always edged Shakur." Renowned boxing coach Teddy Atlas is fervently advocating for a title unification bout between the two fighters. In his latest YouTube podcast episode, Atlas discussed the Tank versus Loma matchup with unmistakable enthusiasm. The 67-year-old firmly believes that staging the fight in the lightweight division would be optimal. Recent reports suggest that Atlas may soon see his wish fulfilled.
Everyone's going to say, you're looking to see their skill sets, you're looking to see, their hand speed, you're looking to see the body punching they both do tremendously, you're looking to see the ability to make a guy miss, the ability to counter, you're looking to see all of that. I'm looking to see who breaks whose will. Yeah, I said it. That's what it, for me, that's what that fight, and most top fights come down to that. But that's what this fight, specifically with their skill sets, their styles, their mentalities, whose will can be broken.
Bob Arum, Lomachenko's promoter, has confirmed that negotiations for the bout are underway. Atlas is highly confident in the Tank vs. Gotri Loma showdown's potential to attract a substantial audience, highlighting its spectacle value. He described it as a must-watch event, predicting a high viewership and expressing personal interest in tuning in.
Something to watch, where people are going to be really tuning in when that fight, I believe it will get made, but if it does get made, they'll be tuning in. Two southpaws, again, just two guys that at the end of the day, I'm watching it to see, and if it had been a Lomachenko was 31 instead of 36, this is what, and I'll still be looking for it, but this is what I was looking to see.
In evaluating the quality of competition Tank has encountered in recent years, it's clear he's emerged as a strong candidate for a title unification match. However, claiming victory will be no easy task, especially considering the outstanding form of his current rivals. Davis showcased his prowess with a dramatic 8th-round knockout over his longtime foe, Frank Martin. Notably, even the formidable Ryan Garcia fell victim to Davis's relentless punching power, experiencing his first defeat as a professional boxer at the hands of the Baltimore native the previous year. In contrast, Lomachenko bears 3 losses in his professional boxing career, 2 of which came in his last 6 bouts. His latest setback came against Devin Haney, the current WBC super lightweight champion, in May 2023, marking a pivotal moment in his journey. The impending showdown is poised to be thrilling, featuring 2 esteemed world champions. However, an analysis of their records and present form might lean boxing experts towards predicting Davis as the likely victor in this encounter.
Be better at doing it than Lomachenko, and then Tank Davis comes along and he starts developing, and he is superb, but he's superb with power, but with everything else too, with the technique, with making you miss, with being able to pressure, with being able to counterpunch, with his IQ, all the things that Lomachenko, brings to the forefront. He has too, with the vision, with seeing everything, x-ray vision, seeing all the openings, knowing when to throw, knowing what punch to throw. Man! I wish the fight was for Lomachenko at least. He was a little younger, but that fight's going to wind up happening because they're both with the same, because, it's a fight now that I think they're going to try to make it. And I think it's probably going to wind up being made.
In the current realm of boxing, Gervonta Davis and Vasily Lomachenko shine brightly as standout stars. Their recent victories have sparked immense excitement among boxing enthusiasts, who eagerly await their highly anticipated clash, now on the brink of realization. Scheduled tentatively for the year's end, the showdown awaits final negotiations. Michael Benson recently posted the championship unification fight announcement on X, writing, "Gervonta Davis versus Vasyl Lomachenko. Negotiations have now resumed for a WBA and IBF lightweight world title unification fight following Tank's win over Frank Martin, and Bob Arum has confirmed these talks are ongoing." During a recent interview, Arum shared his perspective on the potential of Shakur Stevenson as a future rival for the Matrix. However, he stressed that a bout between Lomachenko and Davis would likely yield greater financial rewards at the box office. Arum said, "Gervonta Davis is a very good, powerful kid, good puncher, and he wasn't fighting a tomato can. We're up for that fight. Lomachenko's up for that. When we sit down, we will see if it's feasible, but Lomachenko would like to do that fight." Davis has established a position where he's good at the box office. A fight with Davis would produce more money than a fight with Shakur. In his most recent boxing showdown on June 15th, Davis clinched a win against Frank Martin with an 8th-round knockout, thereby solidifying his hold on the WBA lightweight championship. Meanwhile, Lomachenko's latest match took place in May 2024, when he seized the vacant IBF lightweight title by defeating George Kambosos Jr. with an 11th-round TKO. Following his decisive victory over Martin, Tank reaffirmed in his post-fight media briefing his eagerness to challenge top-tier contenders without reservation. The knockout specialist, hailing from Baltimore, was prompted to speculate on the outcome of a hypothetical bout against Lomachenko. He replied, "Predictions? You know what I say, man. Whooping time, man. Whooping." Gervonta Davis has surged back to claim his place at the pinnacle of boxing, reaffirming his position as one of the sport's most mesmerizing figures. Each of his bouts commands enormous audiences, filling arenas to the brim. Davis now eyes Vasily Lomachenko as his next potential challenger. Despite being 36 years old, the Ukrainian has displayed exceptional prowess in his last 5 fights, culminating in a commanding victory over former unified champion George Kambosos Jr. Robert Merriweather, the third Tank's sparring partner, partner, was mildly alarmed by that performance. Regarding a possible battle between Davis and Lomachenko, he said in an interview with Fight Hype, "Loma is a great fighter. It's a way tougher fight for Tank. Honestly, I feel like it's going to go on a little longer than Frank Martin because Tank still takes off the first couple of rounds to feel out his opponent, but Loma does the same exact thing, so we'll see." Davis always approached his opponents with unwavering seriousness, but it wasn't until the night of the fight that Martin finally caught his attention. Davis and his team firmly believe in Lomachenko's ability to match the hype. Marcos Villegas of Fight Hub TV recently sat down with former champion and boxing coach Robert Garcia to delve into his thoughts on the upcoming match. Gervonta Davis currently reigns as the WBA lightweight champion, whereas Vasyl Lomachenko clinched the IBF title after triumphing over George Kambosos Jr., showcasing his enduring prowess. However, Robert Garcia has hinted that Lomachenko's age could present a formidable challenge against the skilled Baltimore puncher. Garcia said, "I think 5 or 6 years ago, I would have picked Lomachenko right away. Right now, it might be too hard. I think at his age, his size is also because he is not that big of a lightweight. I think I will have to favor Tank." However, despite crediting Davis's unbelievable power, Garcia explained that Loma has skills that are unmatched, adding, "Loma is the one who will not be afraid of him. Loma is the one who will be in great shape." Garcia's advice was clear. If Lomachenko devises a strategic plan, fights intelligently to secure the initial rounds, and maintains momentum through the later ones, a chance he could pull it off. In the past year, Lomachenko entered a fierce clash with Devin Haney, resulting in a unanimous decision loss that ignited discussions about the fairness of the outcome. Now, contrast Davis's commanding display against Martin. It underscores Davis's edge over Lomachenko. Although boxing outcomes heavily depend on stylistic matchups, Lomachenko's unmatched precision and technical skill might just sway the balance in his favor. Shakur Stevenson recently hinted at a crucial strategy that could pave the way for Lomachenko's triumphant return. Stevenson, the rising star from Top Tank, offered his perspective on the possibility of Gervonta Davis skipping the upcoming fight. Additionally, he provided strategic advice to Lomachenko on how to exploit his strengths against his adversary, should they face off in the ring. "I don't think that Lomachenko is a pushover, even though he is older. With the experience he's got and the knowledge, I think it could be a tremendous fight," Shakur Stevenson told Fight Hype. Given that Lomachenko should be able to withstand Davis's strength, Stevenson thinks the native Baltimorean can defeat the Ukrainian. He added, "All is going to boil down to can Lomachenko have punch resistance to what Tank is throwing?" Davis frequently elevates the intensity in later rounds of his fights, unleashing a barrage of rapid, forceful strikes. Stevenson adopts a similar strategy, reminiscent of Isaac Cruz's tactics, which tested Davis to his limits despite absorbing substantial blows. The boxing world buzzes with anticipation and speculation, even though the bout remains unconfirmed. Imagine the uproar upon an official announcement. Lomachenko boldly embraces challenges, contrasting with Gervonta Davis's evident enthusiasm. It seems there are few hurdles blocking this potential matchup. Meanwhile, Tank Davis swiftly reacted to Mayweather by launching a scathing verbal assault on his former mentor turned rival, accusing Mayweather of endorsing Stevenson not due to a genuine belief in the matchup's competitiveness, but rather out of fear of Jay Prince, Stevenson's father, and a belief that Stevenson was easily swayed. Davis referenced a past incident involving Youngboy and a Rolls-Royce umbrella, suggesting Mayweather's support for Stevenson stemmed more from a desire for attention and fame than a commitment to real competition. Gervonta Davis replied, "Floyd doesn't like him either. He only siding with that kid because he is scared of Jay Prince, the father. And the kid is so easy to manipulate. Look how he had them go at the young boy with the Rolls umbrella. The kid is looking for fame." Davis's response extended beyond mere rebuttal. He squarely confronted Stevenson's challenge by underscoring his contractual commitments, making it clear that any prospective fight arrangements must align with his current contractual obligations. This statement sought to underscore Davis's professional responsibilities while downplaying Stevenson's challenge as negligible, given the parameters of his existing agreements. Gervonta Davis wrote, "Like I said before, I have a 6-7 deal and that lil house kid from Newark in it." Davis further elaborated on his criticism of Stevenson's boxing prowess, pointing out that certain fighters present a tough image despite underwhelming performances in the ring. In response, Stevenson fired back by alluding to the less favorable terms of Davis's contract compared to his own. Gervonta Davis wrote, "It's always niggas like him talking like they some type of killer. These people have seen you fight, bro. The hype." But Shakur Stevenson replied on X, "Better off shadow boxing than -1 hour 17 deal, and no work in it." Davis's most alarming declaration, aimed directly at Mayweather, came in a daring and menacing tweet. In it, he conveyed his preparedness to confront Mayweather physically, showing a disregard for potential legal consequences. This tweet underscored escalating tensions between their camps and hinted at Davis's readiness to use force as a means to resolve their differences. Davis said, "Now I fuck around and knock Floyd out when I see them, and I'll care about going back to jail. He is such a bitch. he doesn't allow his security to carry guns. In essence, Mayweather and Davis's interaction laid bare the profound tensions and personal conflicts inherent in the boxing realm, illuminating the intricate dynamics of mentorship, rivalry, and the relentless quest for fame and triumph in the sport. Make sure to check out some of our other videos on the screen if you enjoyed this one.